I'm here with Victoria Foy, who is the new co-chair of the Women in Aviation and Aerospace Charter. Victoria is also CEO of Safran Seats GB. So, Victoria, could you tell me a little bit about yourself and your role at Safran?
I joined Safran in 2012, which was my first introduction to the aerospace sector as finance director. And my scope was later increased to be deputy for the managing director. When he retired, I was offered the position of managing director, which was a real privilege for me. And in August 2019, I was asked to join Safran Seats as deputy CEO at that time. And I was made CEO in January 2020. What I really enjoy about this job is being in the sector. It brings lots of opportunity for me to work with some great people, both inside Safran and within the airlines. And it makes me especially proud, actually, because it's been a really difficult time over the last 18 months, and the team have done just a great job in making sure that we keep serving the customers. And I also love the product. Again, as a passenger will know, when you step into an aircraft, you look at the aircraft interior, you look at the branding, and I'm really proud that our business supports airlines in delivering what they want to give to the customer, the end customer, which is the passenger.
So what does the Women in Aviation and Aerospace Charter mean to you?
In terms of what the Charter actually means to me, I think it's, in simple terms, a commitment. It's a commitment not only to the Charter itself, of course, by an organisation, but a commitment of the organisation to its workforce, to its employees, that it is committed to progression for women as well as men in aviation into managerial and leadership positions. And I'm really proud because of that to be able to join the Charter and be co-chair with Samati in driving the Charter forward. By being a woman in this position in aviation, I can help others and inspire others to achieve their dreams, their ambitions within the sector.
So what made you take on the role as the new co-chair?
Being a leader within the sector, being the CEO of Safran Seats GB, and having a real interest in making sure that we progress women into leadership, I was just really honoured to accept the proposal to co-chair alongside Samati, and I genuinely cannot wait to get started.
So what do you plan to bring to the Charter as the new co-chair?
So firstly, I think I should applaud the work that's already been done by Samati and by Jackie so far. I think it really is impressive that the Charter was only started in 2018. It now has 240 signatories, and I think has a clear vision of where it wants to go within the Charter. I want to work alongside Samati to really look at evolving and maturing those 5 work packages. And really one of my interests is to challenge, are we doing enough, and are we doing it quick enough, especially in the light of COVID-19.
That's brilliant, thank you, because funnily enough, that leads on to my next question. So I'm going to ask you, what does gender balance mean to you within the aviation and aerospace industry?
So for me, it means bringing equal opportunity to both men and women within the sector. And if I may say, not just for the sake of it, but because the sector needs it. And not just because we set some targets to say that you should achieve gender balance. I think it also means for me continuing to evolve the perception about the industry. So I know many years ago it could have been perceived that the sector was more weighted towards men, for example. The sector does not lose pace on gender balance. If it does and it falls behind other industries, I think that will be really damaging to the sector overall.
Why do you think we need a charter for industry, and kind of like what are the benefits of perhaps having such a fast moving charter since its inception?
So I think the charter, just by having one in itself, gives recognition that there is something that needs to be done to improve the progression for women as well as men into the sector. I think it's also a commitment, as I say, that organisations make to the Charter, but they also make, importantly, to the businesses that they work in or the organisations that they work in, to their workforce, that they are committed to ensuring that women as well as men have equal opportunities to progress. It's an opportunity to network, to share best practices with other organisations.
Do you think there is a connection between business diversity and success?
It's well researched now, I think, and documented that a more diverse workforce is a more successful and thriving workforce. And a more thriving workforce is clearly going to bring success across a whole range of activities such as innovation, such as customer satisfaction. So it's really important to achieve diversity through gender balance, and I'm absolutely convinced, as the research shows, that will enable us to achieve the success which is needed in this industry.
Do you have a message of hope to industry as we kind of start to emerge from the pandemic?
So I think there is hope that the recovery is there, and that means we need to be ready for the rebound. I'm hearing and seeing that there has been some let's say attrition from the industry. People are leaving and deciding to take different career paths, or they're deciding to leave and join a different industry. And I think we need to take great care of that to retain the talent so that we are ready for the rebound. And we need to just keep a very, very close eye on the gender balance as we come out of the crisis. Are we confident that we're still on track with those targets to bring more equal opportunities for men and for women into the sector? I'm really encouraged, actually, that I'm starting to now be in a position where we can start to talk to people such as schools and colleges again, and introduce them into the sector and ask them to come on site and to see some of the great work that we're doing, and hopefully embark people at a very early age into joining the sector.
What is a practical action that someone could take away today to support the Charter?
Well, first of all, they can join the Charter. They can sign up and become one of the signatories. I think that would be a really great step. I think if you have some capacity to support the work packages, then please let me know. Very interested to have additional support and involvement from around the industry. And I think on a very practical level in your own businesses, I think it's a really great time as we hopefully come out of the pandemic, to look at our bench strength and look at our succession planning. And I know that's something that I'm paying particular attention to here at Saffron Seats.